Greetings everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Captain Rye, and today I've got a replay that's of a ranked battle. Now, the battle itself, on my part, isn't particularly spectacular, but the reason I'm showing it is because I'm pretty sure this ranked battle is in contention for one of the quickest one-sided victories I've ever seen. If not the quickest one-sided victory. Yes, that's right. This game is going to turn out 6-0 in under 10 minutes. Think about that. This is supposed to be ranked, too. These people are supposed to know what they're doing. I'm in my Bismarck here with its insane secondaries. The entire team has decided we are going to go to B. The only reason this isn't a 7-0 game is because that enemy aircraft carrier is going to manage to save himself by hiding somewhere, and we're not able to see him before we run out of time and points. Of course, that takes longer than 10 minutes, but it's in about the 8-minute marker that we pretty much know we've won. As I'm sailing towards B, enemy Fubuki pops up at A, takes shots at it, managed to hit him and reset the cap, but he's popped smoke, so I can't see him anymore. Enemy Benson is at B, and my team is punishing this New Orleans who's broadsiding to effectively the entire enemy team, or my team. And the whole enemy team does not look like they're coming together and formulating their battle strategy. As you can see there, both the Bismarck and the Tirpitz are sailing away from the A cap point. Now, the Bismarck has turned around and he's going to head back that direction, but he's just about in range of my secondaries. So any second here, I've got him flagged for secondary fire. They're going to start opening up on him. That's gonna suck for him because he's so far out. There you go, secondaries opening fire on this Bismarck. Managed to hit him for a reasonable amount of damage, but more importantly, my secondaries are gonna start chewing him up. And that enemy Benson has popped up, and I switch my fire over to him. But I'm disappearing behind the island, so switch it back over to that Bismarck, who he is not having a good time. Look at that, he has pretty much lost all of his health in a very short span of time. Combine that with the fact that my secondaries are landing on top of him and doing damage to him. He is just going to have a terrible, terrible time and not survive very long. The enemy Benson is hidden behind a smokescreen while our friendly Fubuki here is trying to root him out. I've got the Benson flagged for secondaries as I plan on coming around this island, but I'm going to use the smoke screen for cover. Of course, it doesn't matter, the Benson's dead. Still, maybe looking at getting shots off at this Bismarck. He's turning broadside on, I fire my shots out there, but it looks like, can I secure the kill on him? I hit him, but no, he actually managed to survive just long enough for somebody else to take the kill. Looking at the situation now, my team hasn't lost any ships. The enemy team is down a cruiser, a destroyer, and now a battleship. And there's an enemy Tirpitz who's way out of position, way over here on the flank of the B cap point, who is in secondary range. So I'm going to have him flagged for my secondaries and start firing off shots at him. We get the cap on B, and some of the team is going to cycle back and try and head towards A. In the meantime, myself and friendly Benson are going to try and finish off this Tirpitz because he's isolated and by himself. Take a look at that minimap, though. You'll notice that the enemy aircraft carrier has tried to CV snipe us, which is not something that you want to do in ranked, especially considering all these aircraft carriers have the defensive fire consumable. So that CV snipe proves to be very unsuccessful and a massive waste of their team's resources and time. Punishing this Tirpitz with my secondaries, shooting him with my main guns, and doing a reasonable amount of damage. I have the Tirpitz, I've played it, it's got the same armor as the Bismarck, so I know where to shoot it to get regular penetration damage done. He eats a torpedo from the enemy Benson, which is going to cause some severe issues for him. I know he's got torpedoes. I'm in that range, so I'm turning in, and there you can see those torpedoes. Managed to avoid all of them. Don't secure the kill on that Tirpitz, which is a little disappointing. Did a respectable amount of damage, but nothing particularly amazing. Now I'm all the way out here, isolated with nothing to shoot at. The enemy Admiral Hipper has come around the wrong side of that island and has found himself face to face with the aircraft carrier and 2 cruisers. And they're going to absolutely wreck him for that, as torpedoes finish him off. And the enemy Fubuki is also back up there, and he's actually managed to get himself way up there in an effort to go chase down the aircraft carrier, which, thanks to the enemy trying to CV snipe him, he knows where he's at. That Fubuki's torpedoes, however, are going to hit home on at least one of our cruisers and almost sink him. It was almost not a total one-sided victory. But as that Fubuki is trying desperately to run away, he's realizing he's got the entirety of my team pushing up towards him, coming after him. He's nowhere to run, and as long as our aircraft carrier keeps his fighters over top of him, he's pretty much SOL at this point. And I still have nothing to shoot at. So I'm going to go ahead and make my way towards the B cap point. That's the only thing that's still giving the enemy team points. And if we can secure the B capture point, we're going to win. Now, we have a pretty low health cruiser at this point who did eat a torpedo from the Fubuki. But the Fubuki does go down. He goes down fighting. He did a lot of damage. He really tried hard. But he doesn't get the flesh wound award, as our cruisers managed to dodge his remaining torpedoes handedly. At this point, there's only the enemy aircraft carrier left, who's nowhere to be seen. In fact, we have no idea where he's at. As we push up towards the B capture point to take B, solidify our victory, we're basically going to turn and push towards the enemy spawn, because we assume he's hiding back there behind an island or something. However, our aircraft carrier is going to send his bombers and his fighters that direction and not find him. So he's got to be in one of the 2 corners, because I'm not detected and I can't see him. I don't have the end of this replay, and I don't have the post-battle results screen. But again, this battle wasn't particularly special for me. It was just an insane one-sided victory that happened in just over 8 minutes. The enemy CV is trying desperately to get us bombers and torpedo bombers to do some kind of damage, but between my anti-aircraft and our friendly Tirpitz's anti-aircraft and our CV providing cover, it's just not going to happen. Anyway, folks, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook for semi-regular channel updates and news, feel free to do so. And if you'd like to help support me, please do so by visiting my Patreon. You can find the links for both of those in the description down below. And as always, I'll see you next time. Happy hunting and ranked. This is Captain Rye, signing off.